At the time of making this video, we are around 2 months into Fortnite Chapter 4, and I have never felt more disjointed from the game. To me, the gameplay feels stale already. Lag, bugs and glitches have been plaguing the season since it started. The item shop was in absolute shambles, with it being bugged almost every reset. Both live events of recent times have felt hollow and forgettable, with what should have been a massive concert being once again a creative event. Not to mention the last year of seasonal events, if you can even call them events. The question has to be asked: has Epic Games stopped caring about Fortnite? Now, I'm not saying that Fortnite is dying, dead, trash, whatever clickbait title that a million people before me have said and been wrong about. Fortnite, the game, simply cannot die at this point. It's way too big. The game has been around for over 5 years now. As long as the V-Bucks keep rolling in, Fortnite is not going anywhere. The question I'm trying to ask with this video is if the game isn't being worked on like it used to. It feels like everything from the live events to the shop cosmetics have been declining in quality significantly, with the only consistent thing left being the back-to-back collaborations. Now, don't get me wrong, collabs were cool at first, but Fortnite has definitely overdone it in the last couple of years, to the point where something like Star Wars, freaking Star Wars, can come back into the item shop, and everyone just goes, seen it before. So let's just look at all the aspects of Fortnite right now, and see what, if anything, Epic Games cares about. And we're starting off with something that has disappointed the community, as well as myself, for the past year or so, being, of course, the seasonal events. As we all know, each year has some special holidays, such as Halloween, Easter, Valentine's Day, the golden days of summer, and of course the big boy Christmas. And it's been tradition for years for video games to update their aesthetics to match these holidays, Fortnite being no different. Even in Fortnite's first few weeks, Halloween cosmetics were added to the game in the form of these overrated Save the World characters. And every year since, there's been a new, different, for the most part, series of these events. Be it just making every weapon into a crossbow that shoots hearts, or filling the map with snow and ice zombies. However, it seemed like everything just fell off in the last year, with the community consistently getting a bait and switch from Fortnite. Skateboards were meant to arrive in the summer, but nothing happened. The game was literally no different than before. Halloween showed us chrome shadows in the loading screen, potential cosmetics from Halloween and Friday the 13th coming to the game. Nothing happened. A Stranger Things themed creative hub in the final months of October. What did we get? We got Rick and Morty and bootleg Wolverine claws that no one used, so the game literally did not change. Christmas didn't even cover the map in snow, although that seems to have been a pretty common thing for the past few years now. Point is, all of the events have felt very underwhelming, basically delivering nothing but an extremely underwhelming party. I mean, they could have at least gotten an actual musician to perform like the best event of all time, Midas's Revenge, did. But no, just go with this mirror furry. Next, there is overall gameplay. Now, Fortnite has a legendary reputation for consistently switching things up every time a new update came out. In Chapter 1, the guns and items would always be new when a big update came out. However, they were always careful, keeping the core weapons and items that have defined the game from the very beginning. Such as the pump and tack shotguns, as well as the iconic Scar. Now, you may notice if you pick up a controller and boot up Fortnite that only one of these guns is currently in the game, and it's been absent for the entire past chapter. You'll also notice that the special feature, this and all the other classic shotguns I mentioned earlier, had two distinctive variants in the past, being one from their grey to blue rarities and the other for their purple and gold. Yeah, all that personality and charm is gone now. Every rarity is now one gun of the exact same type. Epic Games has gone out of their way to remove the one thing that made their most iconic weapon special. Finding a gold scar in a game used to be one of the most exhilarating feelings ever. Now you can find a scar in grey rarity, and literally no one will know by the sound. I think when everyone was saying, bring the scar back, they were saying, bring the basic assault rifle back. Not just bring the one gun back. As this decision has basically ruined one of the most iconic parts of the game. So what guns are in the game? Well, there's the not very good shotgun, the slightly better shotgun, the good shotgun if you're good with your aim, there's a scoped infantry rifle, useless spray weapons, the pistol is now the most broken OP thing in the game thanks to perks, and oh yeah, the mythic Deku Smash was removed after just 5 days. However, it's worth mentioning that Fortnite did manage to bring it back along with the Dragon Ball stuff. But you know, I will commend them on this. It's fun. It's fun having to dodge all these overpowered things. So, well done, Fortnite. You've done something right. Moving on, we have community interaction. Now, I think this is a really special category, as Epic Games is one of the very, very few companies that actively listens to and works with their communities, often giving its players free rewards for doing very special challenges, or just even completely for free. And I think they are still doing very well with this, except for one thing. They're listening a bit too much. You see, Fortnite's community, there's no sugarcoating it, it's very toxic. So, in the event that, say, an item that most of the casual community finds fun and makes the game feel a little more balanced for them when they go up against far more skilled players, there'll be thousands of sweat crybabies complaining to Epic on Twitter, causing the weapons to get nerfed to the point of being completely useless, or just straight up removed. And yes, on occasion, this has been justified. I'm looking at you, Infinity Blade. But we are now at the point where the most satisfying thing in Fortnite, a one-shot headshot, is no longer a possibility because I'm assuming of all these endless complaints. Item shop. Now, this segment isn't going to be long, but it's definitely worth mentioning, as the shops, especially over December, have been atrocious. It seems that Fortnite is in such an unstable state that if Epic Games takes their eyes off it for even one day, the entire thing just falls to pieces. And that showed most prominently this year in the item shop, with several items missing in the shop tab, entire segments of the shop being made invisible, but still technically there, emotes that were never intended to return, returning and being removed 1 hour later, and the entire Christmas line, over 15 tabs getting removed so early that they had to put it back in after Christmas had already ended. Just saying, Fortnite, your game's a little bit unstable. Storyline. Fortnite's storyline has always been a bit all over the place, but ever since the Collision event, the storyline has just lost the plot. First, everything just stagnated for an entire season or two, with the only storyline progress being explored in the Fortnite times Marvel comics, and all we had in the game was Amy. And then, after literally nothing happened for 2 seasons, the Herald just out of nowhere blew up the island and herself, leading us into Chapter 4. And the storyline has once again stagnated, with the Oathbound story quests being separated by entire month-long periods and nothing else to fill that space. It seriously just feels like Fortnite is making things up as they go along. I definitely think Fortnite really needs to step things up in the coming seasons, because the collabs may be working for the time being, but if the gameplay, events, and storyline, things that loads of people play the game for, continue to pale in comparison to their previous seasons, then Fortnite may be looking into a dark future. I think Fortnite is currently suffering from a thing called power creep, where they have to keep outdoing themselves to make the greater spectacle. And I think ever since something like the Galactus event, where just it was a massive world-ending threat, they just keep trying to top that, but I don't think anything has so far. So potentially, and I'm hoping against hope this is what they're doing. They've spent the last year risking everything, just making the game, bringing it down a peg. Similar to what Marvel, I think, is trying to do, but failing. They've just tried to bring it down a peg to make whatever they're planning something big. Because it better be. However, there's something I think is more likely to come out of this. I think Fortnite is becoming Roblox. You see, Fortnite has been putting loads, and I mean loads of attention onto creative over the past year or so. With LTMs, one of the staple features of the game, seemingly disappearing, they created a massive streaming service like browsing page full of all these amazing creative maps. And just regarding the need for LTMs, I mean, just throw solid gold in there, it's fine. They don't care about Floor is Lava, One Shot, they don't care about Siphon, they don't care about all these things that can be done on the island, because you know what? They have creative. Anything can be done in creative. And then they gave people full creative control on the Fortnite island, essentially removing the need for them to work on LTMs for themselves anyway. And with the persistent promises of Creative 2.0 coming soon, it's very likely that Fortnite heading into the future may abandon Battle Royale altogether, as they did in the past with Save the World, discarding their less popular mode. As they are pushing creative more, it's unlikely Battle Royale will continue to be popular. As they head into the future, they will most likely head into a world where all the work is done for them by their community, instead of having to do it themselves. Essentially meaning, Epic Games is starting to care less about Fortnite. Now, if the state of Fortnite doesn't change significantly very soon, then this may be one of the last videos I ever make on the game. For the time being, at least. I doubt that I will ever truly abandon this game. After all, I've sunk a considerable amount of my bank account into the game already, as well as built my entire channel and community around it. But I want to try new things with my videos, and I feel like Fortnite is holding me back somewhat. So currently I only have one planned video for Fortnite, talking about how the game has been dead for a while, and the moment where it did die. But you're not getting that video yet. That video is for the future, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I want to try a more wide variety of content to upload to my channel over this year, as well as streaming a more large variety of games on my Twitch. For example, I recently played Doom 2016 for the first time. Link in the description to my Twitch. And since I'm already plugging stuff, my Discord's also down there. My second channel, where sometimes I live stream. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channels. Post a comment down below, I guess, if you want to tell me how you think Epic Games is treating Fortnite. And head over to Discord and we can chat further. But yeah, that's everything. thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and one final thing. Minecraft March 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Chimichanga!